Humans haven't just built homes over thousands of years, they have built entire worlds. Sometimes with swords, sometimes with trade, and sometimes with nothing more than the power of an idea. Today we're talking about 10 empires that changed the map of the world forever. This isn't just history. These are stories that are still alive around us, in our language, in our laws, and in the foundations of our cities. Let's begin. Number 10 is the Mongol Empire. Starting from a small tribe under Genghis Khan, this empire grew into the largest connected land empire in the history of the world. People only think of them as warriors, but the Mongols revived the Silk Road, opened trade between East and West, and created a system of religious tolerance that didn't exist anywhere else at the time. Their power was so great that fear of them spread all the way to Europe. But without them, today's trade routes as we know them might never have existed. Number 9, the Ottoman Empire. Ruling over 3 continents for 6 centuries, this empire wasn't known just for war, but for architecture, literature, and justice. Istanbul, once called Constantinople, became a center of knowledge and trade under the Ottomans. Their system was so strong that people of different religions and languages could live peacefully under one roof, which was a massive achievement for that era. Number 8, the Mauryan Empire. On the land of India, Chandragupta Maurya laid the foundation, and his grandson Ashoka turned it into an example for the world. After the war of Kalinga, Ashoka put down the sword and chose humanity instead, spreading Buddhism across Asia. This empire proves that real power isn't just in conquest, it's in changing hearts. Number 7, the Persian Empire, especially the Achaemenid era. Cyrus the Great built an empire that stands as one of the earliest examples of human rights. He freed slaves, gave religious freedom, and built infrastructure, roads, and a postal system that guided empires for centuries after. Number 6, the Han Dynasty. This Chinese empire wasn't limited to just territorial conquest. During this era, the Silk Road became officially established, paper and the compass were invented, and Confucianism became a state philosophy. The cultural continuity China takes pride in today has its roots in this very era. Number 5, the Umayyad Caliphate. After the spread of Islam, this empire established rule from Spain all the way to Sind. This isn't just a story of conquest. It's a story of the unity of knowledge, trade, and culture. The cultural brilliance that rose in Andalusia influenced Europe's Renaissance itself. Number 4, the British Empire, the empire on which the sun never set. This phrase was made for this empire. From India to Africa to Australia, the British Empire changed the political and economic map of the world forever. Its effects are both good and painful. Railway lines and parliamentary systems on one side, colonization and the pain of partition on the other, a pain still felt today. Number 3, the Roman Empire. The roads, the laws, and the city systems we use today were founded by Roman civilization. Languages born from Latin are still spoken today, and Roman law still influences legal systems around the world. A small city that one day became the heart of the entire Mediterranean world. Number 2, the Spanish Empire. After the discovery of the New World, Spain built an empire that stretched across Europe, the Americas, and Asia. New routes of gold, silver, and trade opened up. But alongside that, a painful era began for local civilizations. This empire was the very first major example of globalization. And number 1, as always the most influential empire of all, Alexander's Greek Empire, which built a bridge between East and West that still forms the basis of cultural exchange today. After Alexander's conquests, Greek language, philosophy, and architecture spread across the world, and the Hellenistic era laid the foundation on which many later civilizations were built. All these empires eventually fell, but their impact is still alive. But before we close this chapter, let's take a moment to ask a bigger question. What actually makes an empire great? Is it the size of the land it ruled, or the number of people under its flag? Or is it something deeper, something that survives long after the empire itself is gone? Because if you look closely, every empire on this list left behind more than just borders. They left behind ideas. The Mongols taught the world that connection matters more than conquest. The Persians taught us that ruling with respect can be stronger than ruling with fear. The Romans taught us that systems and laws outlive even the mightiest armies, and the Greeks taught us that a single idea, philosophy, art, knowledge, can travel further than any army ever could. There were other empires too, ones that almost made this list. The Aztec Empire, with its incredible cities and complex social systems, built in the middle of a lake, centuries ahead of their time. The Inca Empire, who built roads through mountains without the wheel, without iron tools, yet connected an entire continent. The Egyptian Empire, whose monuments still stand today, thousands of years later, as if daring time itself to erase them. The Mughal Empire, which turned India into a center of art, architecture, and craftsmanship, giving the world wonders like the Taj Mahal. Each one of these could have easily taken a spot on this list. History isn't a straight line. It's a web, where every empire influences the next one, even the ones that come after their fall. Think about it this way. Every time you use a road, send a letter, follow a law, or even just speak a word that came from another language, you are walking through the ruins of these empires without even realizing it. They didn't just rule the past, they built the operating system of the world we live in today. And maybe that's the real lesson here. Empires rise, empires fall. But what they leave behind, the ideas, the systems, the knowledge that never really disappears. It just changes shape and passes on generation after generation until it becomes a part of who we are. So the next time you look at a map, remember, every border, every city, every road you see carries a story that started thousands of years ago with a single person, a single idea, and the courage to build something bigger than themselves. If this made you see history differently, don't forget to like this video, share it with someone who loves history as much as you do, and subscribe for more journeys through the empires that shaped our world. We'll see you in the next one.